Okay. Now it looks like I'm frozen on StreamYard. I'm going to kill these people. But anyway, murder. So welcome in. We got some people on Instagram. I got Lena Doyle, Crafting joined, and Miss Lady O2 joined. And let me see who we got on YouTube. All right, now I'm going to go over to here. Yeah, this thing I'm frozen, it looks like. And there's Mob's place over there. Got you two places. All right. Well, let's see how we do. Okay. Well, anyway, I saw Road came in early. Thank you so much. And let's see if I can get this thing going here. I'm a little bit frozen. So fingers crossed, you guys. If not, I'm dipping off onto my phone. Okay. There we go. So we have Roadhog. Had to step off, but came back. We have Daphne's Creative Touch. Thank you for coming. We have Mob's Place and More. Thank you for coming. We have Moises. Thank you for coming. That's great. Yeah, crazy, right? Frozen, completely frozen on StreamYard. So, so you get to see me both places. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that this will be okay. All right. Nope, still frozen. All right. Thank you, StreamYard. Well, anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to just talk a little bit about and see if I can get this camera working. I don't know. Let me try this. I'm going to see if I can close my camera. Oh, hey, E is Godson. Good to see you. I'm frozen. So let me try this. There you go. Let's stop the camera for a second. And thank you for the thumbs up. So the reason today that I'm here is, oh, we got Katrina. Thank you for coming. Look how frozen I am. And Katrina saying, hey, sis Kelly, and all in the chat. I love and hugs to all. Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. And this thing is like a nightmare. So let's see if we can do this. And I don't know. My camera is not working. So I'm going to yell at StreamYard right now. But hopefully you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Just say yes. And then we'll go from there. And I hope this will work. Because if not, then I'm going to have to restart, which is terrible. But let's see what happens. Let's see. I'm going to go back there. Let me just check my camera again. It was working a few minutes ago. Nope. All right. So I got to yell at StreamYard. But you can hear me. Okay, good. And Girl Dad, good to see you. I am frozen. Nice picture, though, I must say. Cooking up deliciousness. I love it. Thanks for stopping by. Yes. And he's saying hi to everybody. So you can hear me. So good. So the reason that I'm here, you guys, and I'm going to have to I don't want to do this. This is like annoying. The whole thing is I don't want to reset, but I may have to refresh. So let's see what happens. I'm going to do it. Oh, the sound is great. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to talk to the people on Instagram. And what I'm going to do is, oh, you hear us well. Okay, great. Great, VJ. How are you? Long time no see. All right, I'm going to try something different here. And I'm just like, I cannot believe I have to do this. But anyway, the reason that I'm here, you guys, is that this is, I don't know if you heard, but Morgan Spurlock passed away, who was the one that did the Super Size Me. Oh, hello, Crochet Babe 65 on Instagram. Yeah, I'm a little frozen over here on YouTube. So let's see if I can send this. I'm going to send this link to myself. It's not going to be pretty, but we'll try it. But anyway, I was going to cook today, and then I found out about Morgan Spurlock passing away. So let me do this. I'm gonna close my camera real quick. This way I don't look so crazy and frozen. And let's do that. Okay. But anyway, let me stop this camera because this looks crazy. All right. Yes, for real. Yes. So, Nana Michelle, good to see you. Thank you so much. Squirrel Raid. All right. So until I can I'm going to try to play with the camera. But the reason I wanted to come on today is, as most of you know, this whole cooking on YouTube sort of happened. I won't say by accident, but it was by accident. And one of the people that kind of influenced me was Morgan Spurlock. And I don't know if you guys know who that was, but anyway, he was a man that made 2 movies that he made some other ones, but he was an independent filmmaker, and he made the documentary Super Size Me. And then he did a Super Size Me 2, which he talked about chicken, like raising chickens and things like that. And so he kind of started me on this health journey, um, with trying to eat better. Yeah, he really did. And so it's so tragic that he passed away. And he was either 52 or 53. I can't do the math. But if you look in the description, there's a little bit of a bio on him. And I will talk about that in just a second. But anyway, thanks for coming in, Mary King. There you go. Thanks for coming in. And yes, so Girl Dad, yes, he just passed away and he had cancer. And hey, Steve, I know I'm frozen. So I'm going to try to go into my other device, and I hope this won't be too noisy and have any background. But here goes. I just cannot believe like this StreamYard. I started my computer like 4 times, so they're going to get a little yelling at today when when the stream is over. So anyway, I'm going to try to come in on my other device, and I hope it's not too noisy or crazy. But let me just mute just for a second and you guys talk amongst yourselves. So anyway, so he passed away, and that's the reason that I wanted to talk. And I wanted to talk a little bit about food. Yes. So hang on just a moment. Gosh, I am so sorry. But thank you, StreamYard. And I think this should be better. Yes, I had to just get off of there. So anyway, let's go back to the beginning. So originally, when my husband and I moved from the country, or from the city to the country, oh, thank you. Yeah, I think that worked. I had to get it on my phone, which is terrible. Okay, thank you so much. Yay. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you so much. That worked. Nice and clear. Okay, sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your patience. So here's the deal. So Morgan Spurlock passed away um, yesterday. Yesterday, yeah, he was either 52 or 53. I didn't catch the math on that, but anyway, so he did these two. Uh-oh, I sound like an alien. I know, isn't that weird? Yes. Stuff going on there a bit. Isn't that crazy? Yes. Hey, Grady D. Yes. And so originally, I, like I said, I was a big McDonald's fan because my father was one. And, when my parents were divorced, and when we used to go visit each other, he would always take us to McDonald's. That was our little trip, or little treat whenever we'd go on trips and stuff like that. And I became pretty hooked on the food. And the thing that was really interesting was, when he did that documentary, I think it was 2007, Super Size Me, he did. So, like I said, he ate McDonald's 3 times a day for 30 days. And before he even did this experiment, he was not a McDonald's eater. And he started getting kind of like addicted to the food. He really, like at first, it wasn't appetizing to him. And then over time, he became more and more addicted, at least the way I interpret this movie. And he really enjoyed the Coke. And what he would do is, yeah. Oh, okay. It's funny because the one thing I saw said May 23rd, which is yesterday, but they're saying it's today. Okay, interesting. See how Wikipedia is wrong. But anyway, I just put a little short bio in the description box, talking about uh, just some of the things that he did. And so Super Size Me was the first movie that I saw that kind of got me rethinking my view of fast food, because it was very, very tricky, because I really enjoyed McDonald's for many, many reasons, many, many reasons. And a lot of it was just because I was, you know, uh, like I kind of associated with my father, you know what I mean? And so it was always fun and things like that. So there was a lot to it. But during the course of these 30 days, he ordered it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He tried to order everything on the menu, which he did at the time. So whatever was on the menu at the time. And then when the person behind the counter, if they said to him, "Would you like to supersize it?" he would say yes, but he would never suggest it. Oh, it was today. Okay, very good. Thanks, Bren Michelle. Yeah, and it's crazy. And so so the thing that's really interesting was that during the course of the experience, his body started to shut down. Specifically, from what I remember, his cholesterol went up to, pretty unhealthy levels. He had healthy cholesterol when he started because he had a physician work him up, prior to doing this. And then during the course of the time, his cholesterol went up, his skin sort of changed colors, like he got a little bit yellow. And what was the other thing that happened? Oh my gosh, like just a few other things. And then I think his liver became fatty. That was kind of the bottom line. And then he gained weight. And he gained about, it wasn't 30 pounds, but it was about 28 pounds to my recollection. So that is the thing that was just really mind boggling to me. And I never really thought that fast food was healthy or unhealthy. I never really had thought about it up until that point. And so I saw that documentary and I said, "Ooh, I need to rethink my situation." Now, I can't remember. This happened, I guess, to my husband when we first got married. We got married around 97, 96, 97. And there was this McDonald's promotion going around that he wanted to buy these things, like some of these toys that they had. And he was eating the food. See, I would always say, "Hey, just buy the toy," because you can buy the toy. Like if you have kids in the Happy Meals, you can buy the toy. But my husband was buying the food and the toy, and then he started eating it. And I forget how much weight he gained, but he did gain a fair amount of weight over like about the same thing. It was kind of an unofficial, kind of thing that he did also. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy." So then it got me kind of thinking, okay, like what is really in this food, Um, so, fast forward like a few years, my husband and I moved out here, into the country, and we live amongst farmers and things like that. So we started, what's the word I'm trying to say? We started like shopping at these farmers markets and things like that. Oh, maybe yesterday they posted it today. Right. Yeah. So they said May 23rd, which is yesterday. But it's neither here nor there. But the bottom line is, he passed away, in his early 50s. And now he had cancer, and I don't know, like I'm not trying to get into the man's medical history, but the thing that was very interesting about him is that he was pretty thin when he started that experiment with Supersize Me. And by the time he ended, he had a little bit of a gut, you know. And like I said, I think he gained around 28 pounds, like give or take, you know. But like I said, I would just suggest anybody who's interested in food at all, if you have not seen that documentary, take a look at it. And two things, like I said, two things blew my mind about that documentary. Number one was how many calories were in those supersized meals. And I don't know if you remember those French fries, but they were bigger than my head. Like the package was huge. Oh, thank you so much, Katrina. Thank you so much for the super sticker or super chat. Yes, I appreciate it so much. And thanks for sticking with me, you guys. I know this technical difficulties can be terrible, but I think this is like a really good message. And like I said, I sort of developed my message sort of based on what I learned from Morgan Spurlock. So I really wanted to talk about that movie, and if anybody was interested in talking about that, if anybody's seen that, if you want to put it in the chat, or if you want to come up on the panel and talk about it, I'd love to talk about it. Because they started showing, I mean, the good thing was they started showing that documentary to school kids, which I thought was really, really helpful. And it sort of got people thinking about, um, eating better. Yes. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you so much, Maura. Maura's been a member 11 months. I appreciate you. So let me take care of Katrina first. We'll do Katrina. Yes, and now that I'm not on my computer, I can't do all my fun stuff, but here it is. There's Katrina. And thanks for the super sticker. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. If you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, yours would be, and the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, Thank you for being a friend. So anyway, thank you so much, Katrina. And then Maura. And this is so sad. Let me see if I can do this. This is really hard. It's hard on the phone. Let me see if I can do this. So this is for, yes, for the super chat. Yay. And Katrina made that for me. So I appreciate you doing that. Yes. And then Maura's been a member for a long time. So thank you so much. Let me, hide that comment. Hold on. Go back to the comment. And then there's Maura. Let me do this for you. Yeah, this is hard on the phone. All right. And thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. That's pretty cool. So, all right. There we go. So, yes. So that is the story. You know what I mean? That's the story. And like I said, I was really, really surprised. And it took me a while. Like I said, I was hooked on McDonald's. You know, I love those fries like everybody else. I was not a big fan of a lot of the other stuff, but definitely, those fries would call me. You know what I mean? And I don't know if what everybody else. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Yes. So that being said, like I said, I just want people to really rethink. And this is where I've kind of ended up, because when my husband and I moved to the country, and I've said this before, is that we started buying more fresh food and eating less fast food. And that was the biggest thing. And it took a while. Like, it was really hard. We had to give that up. I mean, it was tough. My husband loves the Big Mac. I'm going to be honest. And he'll tell you he really enjoyed those. And so, we see McDonald's and we just turn our heads away. Yes. Yes. Thank you for being a friend. That's good. Yes. She's saying hey to Mara. I think that's, yep, there we go. Yep, she's saying hey to Mara. Yes. So that's kind of the crazy thing. And so then I was thinking today, I said, man, like I earlier I went to the farmer's market and I was looking at all the food, but we weren't going home right away. So I really couldn't buy like all the fruit. I really wanted to buy a lot of the fruit and veggies because they had a lot of, everything looked good today. Like they had what blew my mind, the asparagus looked good. They had strawberries, the honeydew melons, cantaloupe, and one other thing that looked really good. I'm trying to think. It was broccoli that like called my attention, and I said, "Oh, I should have gotten all those things." But I think it would have been mush by the time we got home because it's about 35 or 40 minutes from our house. So that's the tragic thing. Like we almost need to have a cooler, So next time we go there, we really need to go and get a cooler and take care of that. but anyway, I'm just, so I've kind of made this turn where I said, hey, we all have to sort of get in there and really take care of ourselves because when you think about it, you want to be there for your kids and your grandkids, and this McDonald's really shut down this guy's liver. And I remember that was the thing that the doctor at the, kind of partway through I can't remember how many days into the 30, but the doctor said, your liver is failing. Your liver. And the thing is, you guys, your liver is the organ. It's very large. It's in your abdominal area and it filters out everything. So any foods that go in, any water that go, everything that you eat, all the pills that you take, all of those things are filtered through the liver. And if your liver fails, you die. I mean, not to be so dramatic, but the bottom line is, that's what happens. You die. So you really need your liver. You need all of your organs, but you really need your liver. Your liver is very, very important. So, and that's the thing that blew my mind. And like I said, my husband lost, quite a bit of weight. He lost about 15 pounds just by, cooking a little bit more at home, eating a little bit more fresh food, trying to minimize, kind of the junk. Like we've been eating a lot of fruit and, I've started buying nuts like walnuts and pistachios and things like that, which do sort of fill you up. And that's been a really good thing. So we've been doing a lot more of that. And then just really running from the yes. Oh, go on a long list for a transplant. It's horrible. Oh, wow. So somebody. Wow, that's crazy, Melanie. Yes. And I don't even know how that all works. Like I know it's brutal. Like that's all I know. Yeah, you really have. It does take some time to get there. But yeah, I mean, to get on the list, it's crazy. And then, sometimes people don't even make it, they don't make it, they don't survive, and so that's tragic. Yeah. So anyway, so there's more again. Yep, gotcha. So anywho, so that's where I met you guys, and I'm just sort of surprised. You're not surprised, but it's kind of weird that it happened on a Friday. This is kind of the day, everybody's sort of thinking toward spending time with their family and enjoying the well, at least in the United States, the Memorial Day holiday, and that's what a lot of people are doing. You know what I mean? And so I just said, wow, it just makes you pause for a second and just go, okay, we have to really do more. So, but let me just see. I'm going to go into my other window here, and then what I'm going to do is I'll try to drop the link if anybody wants to come and talk a little bit about this food. I mean, because like I said, it's really I've been sort of on this journey for about a year, and it's been crazy. It's been a crazy year, but it's been fun. I think we started this back in October of 2023, and it's been an amazing journey. And we've tried just about every type of food that you can think of. We've tried, the Mediterranean diet. We've been toying with that. We've been doing a little bit of the Asian inspired, and then trying to redo like a lot of the fast food items, doing them at home. And so, like, the one thing that I really, really like, that I do like at McDonald's is the filet of fish, except it does have a lot of, the mayonnaise is pretty calorie dense, so you have to sort of look out for that. But yeah, it's crazy. So let me see. I'm going to say hey to Maura. There's Maura there. Yes. Yes. And hopefully Nightbot will take care of you. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Will it work? Will it work? All right. So let me do this. Okay, there we go. It worked. All right. So Nightbot's working. All right. So now let me I'm going to drop this link here. If I can do this. And let's see. All right. And there's Maura. Yep. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oop, I fell out for a second. Let me see if I can put this in the chat. This is hard when you're on the phone. Let me see here. Hang on. Oh, I got to do this another way here. Yeah, this is hard. Yeah, let's do it this way. Invite. Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, these, let me see. I'll do it this way. Oh, Michael Songs. Hello. Good to see you. All right, there we go. I think I got it. So if anybody wants to pop in and sort of give me some just some thoughts on this whole thing. Like I said, this food has been very, very complicated. And the other thing that I've been doing is I've been talking about what's the word? I've been talking about just a lot of the recalls and things like that. So I have the links in the description. And I'm always leaving those in there so you can always do your research. And I don't know what the status of the latest recall, but the latest one was the ground meat, and it was in some of the Walmarts in the nation. And if you go to the USDA or the FDA.gov, it will give you some of the information on that. I don't know if it's still going because I didn't get a chance to look, but that's just one of the things. Like, this is the big barbecue weekend, so I always say, be careful, especially with the ground meat, and make sure that if you got well, don't get it from Walmart. Try to avoid, in some of the other areas. But yeah, it's been very, very weird. Like I said, so many things have been recalled that we use. And like, for example, uh, the ground meat was one of them, and that was Walmart. The other one were the Quaker Valley oat bars that, you know, I can't tell you how many of those I ate with my kids. over the years, and that was a pretty big recall. It was running like from December or November, like around Thanksgiving, all the way into the new year. And I think it may finally be done, but like I said, I always try to give you those links to, you know, to, like I said, you can always go back and take a look. So, like I said, and I talk about some of the foods as well that are banned, in the UK versus being allowed in the US. And the one thing is the high fructose corn syrup is the one thing that they banned in the UK. And some of those red dyes they've banned in the UK, but we use them in a lot of stuff in the US. So there's just a lot of stuff with the food. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, there's G Quat, Auntie Ellen. Good to see you. I'm afraid to touch the screen. I'm like blowing up my computer here. I have to do a big edit at the beginning of this live stream. But yes, but anyway, thank you so much for coming. You're in the bushes. Oh, okay. And she said she's working without her glasses. So she's yeah, I understand that. But anyway, yes, some Michael songs. So what are you up to these days, Michael? I know you're playing some music. Anything you'd like to share with the classroom? And you too, Maura. Yeah, Maura has connected, mindfully crocheted. Nice. Yes. And if you want to connect, just type Kelly in the chat, Kelli. And yeah, and Michael has some great music, all original stuff, which is cool. I love original music. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And Maura does crochet and stuff like that. So mindfully crocheted, obviously. Yes. Yeah. So that's it. So Michael Songs does great music. And some of the other stuff that, whenever I get a chance, I like to do some karaoke and things like that. Whenever I can, things like that. So that's good. But we have a lot of crocheters in the group here. We have a couple of cooking channels. And Auntie Ellen is a lot of cooking and crafting here. Yep. Just going through the list here. Yeah, that's what we mostly have. So that's good. We got Girl Dad. Make sure you drop your link and check out Girl Dads. Let me see if I can put you on the screen here. I got to go back. Yep. Nope, I can't go down. Oh, that's right. I can't put you on the screen. But let's see. We got Michael's link there. Yep. And then here's G-Quat, Auntie Ellen. Yep. And let's see. Da, 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 da. See, there's Not the End Crochet. Some of the members are dropping there. And thank you so much for members. Oh, here we go. So Michael's got some good stuff. So he said he's been growing greens and herbs in arrow gardens. Ah, game changer. Big salads, fresh, picked every day. Oh, that's great. Okay. Wow, that's great. Awesome. We're working on it. We're gonna. I have some herbs behind me that I'm working on. Oh, singers, nice. Melanie J, awesome. And let's see. Oh, is it me, Jane? Is that you? Can you move? Yeah, that's. I want to make sure I got your face. Okay, let me put you in here. There we go. Hey,
Great.
Jane.
You were talking about food, and I thought it was very
Yes.
interesting because food is such a hard thing to deal with. The
Yes.
let's say, other vice or addiction is
Mm-hmm.
like you can quit. You can quit smoking. You
Yes,
can quit drinking, but you cannot quit eating.
that is correct.
So, and it's very, very hard to and then there is the organic, the regular, and then there's all these issues with the food. Like I told you, I bought some chicken, and when I cooked this, the whole thing was stringy, like string cheese, and it was
So
like rubber.
yes, I heard about that. Now, did you get that from that store?
Yes, I did. We are not gonna
Uh,
name it.
can you explain that to people if you don't mind?
Apparently, what I understood, and I'm not the smartest tool in the shed as everybody knows, but
Yeah.
I think I didn't understand if they inject something in the chicken meat to expand and be heavier than it is, and when you cook, the liquid or the fluid change the
Mm.
texture or the in a molecular level,
Yeah, I have no
or
idea what that's from. Yeah, that's
or
crazy.
if it is a fake meat.
We don't
So I'm
know,
not
right?
sure. I don't know. I just know that
Mm.
it tastes like gum, and you chew and you chew and you chew and you chew, and it's dry. And as a matter, I put even so because I bought a good amount, like a big tray, because it was a
Yes.
good buy.
Right.
And you know me, if you're in disability or if you just have low income by whatever
Yeah.
reason, you want to go where the promotions are.
Yes.
Boy, I tried everything. I
Um.
put that thing in the pressure cooker. End up throwing everything away because it was unedible and
Yes.
taste like weird, smell weird. And I was like,
Mm.
if it's gonna turn my stomach, I don't want to eat it.
Okay.
So and then I've done HCG diet before when they
Mm-hmm.
give you the HCG hormone,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm telling you, feel so happy because HCG make you feel very happy.
Wow.
And I lost a lot of weight, what helps me with my mobility. However, because of my other medication, I was
Yes.
always starving because you're in a 500 calorie restriction. But
That's
the
terrible.
HCG is supposed to curb your appetite. You don't feel hungry. But the other medication didn't allow the HCG. But I lost about 50 pounds. I was
Okay.
just too small because
Nice.
I was trying to get my mobility back.
Yep.
But as everything, if you're just eating 500 calories,
It's not
you
enough.
got to
Oh
stay
my
eating.
gosh.
So I never did the protocol when you lose your whole weight to maintain. So you increase a little bit, but
Yeah.
you basically almost like a carnivore or
Right.
no carbs
Okay.
basically. Um,
Hmm.
then I tried. I really liked Weight Watchers because Weight Watchers for me was like about moderation
Yes.
as you lose weight. There was, like when people say you cannot eat bread. You dream about bread.
Of
You
course.
smell bread everywhere.
Yes. Yep.
Like you're like a pregnant woman trying to eat that thing. So Weight Watchers doesn't say you cannot eat this or you cannot eat that. You just
Yeah.
kind of adjust your um like if you're gonna eat the cake or the bread, then you
Yep.
gotta eat salad and vegetables because everything has a point
Yeah.
and it has to and but then they changed the program so many times
Yes.
that I
Yes.
enough. I mean, I was in the program for 4 months and
Wow.
I take forever to lose weight
Mm.
because what makes me fat is not the food, is the lack of mobility.
Right. Right. Well, that's
So
good. Well. Let me
if
let
I
me
move,
read.
I lose weight.
Right. Let me give you a couple of comments. People said. They said, Jane, you sound pretty sharp to me. Yeah. And because you. And then Nana Michelle said, "Oh, Jane, yuck, that is scary." Yeah, that is scary.
Yeah.
Yes, and everybody's saying hi. But yeah, I just and then Melanie J saying thank you for talking about this. Yeah, that's great. I think this is awesome because you mentioned this, and we don't buy a lot of meat at that store that starts with an A. We'll just you can figure out
But
what
I
if
but I heard also with the store with the W that everybody girl because
yes,
it's
and that
the
too.
roll
Yeah.
off, you know, that one was bad too.
Wow. So what is the deal, guys? We don't know. You know what I mean?
Where
I'm
to
gonna
go
have
to
to do
buy
some
food?
more.
I do not know.
Yeah, yeah. So that being said, like this is not to scare you, but just be more. Oh, so one thing we did learn, and I wish Instagram has a guy. Cannot remember. I think his name is David. I'm trying to remember what his first name is, but it's Asprey. He's an MD, and I follow him on Instagram. His name may not be David, but his last name is Asprey, and he
Hmm.
talks about food. So if you guys are on Instagram, kind of do a little search for this guy. He's a physician, and oh hey Kenneth, good to see you. Okay, and Melanie J said, oh wow, so she's got She's pre-diabetic. Okay, yeah, and you know who could really help
Me
you out with
too.
that
I
one?
just found out that.
Oh, you too. Okay, so
Yeah.
Jane can help you if you guys hook up together, and then also, oh geez, well, Miguel is diabetic, and he kind of talks about the diet. Who knows? Miguel talks about the diabetic
For
diet. Yeah,
the diabetic thing for me was because the medication I have mess up my liver, that messes up my pancreas. I think
right.
that's what it is.
Is that what it
Um,
is? And I think that happened to Melanie
for
J. I
me,
just
for me,
lost the. Yeah. Oh, okay.
there is
Wow.
there are other reasons for prediabetes and diabetes type 2. The type
Hmm.
1, you're born like that.
Yes.
But I have a best friend that uh, reversed diabetes.
Oh,
He did, what did he did? He did
yes.
something like not quite carnivore, not quite paleo. I have no idea what it is.
Somewhere in the middle.
Where
Yeah.
he could just, well, there was a book too that he gave me. He basically ate meat, no carbs,
Yes.
and he could have one carb, and he chose to have bourbon as his carb. And they
A
ended
lot
the
of people do. That's funny.
night.
So,
You
oh,
know
by the
it.
way, yes. Drizzle Stank. He's not here. I wish he were. He does the modified Atkins is what he did, and he lost
Uh,
100 pounds over
oh,
3 years.
you
Yeah.
know, I'm trying to remember what it was, but I remember he couldn't have bread, he couldn't have anything, and
Yeah.
he lost about 100 pounds, and he was a toothpick, and he
Toothpick.
looked good, and he didn't need insulin, he didn't need to do anything, but he maintained the diet. He just slowly,
Yeah.
towards the end of the day, because um I don't gain weight for what I eat. I eat if you were everybody that comes to my house and have a meal with me, they get shocked because my food is very lean and it's
Yes.
very well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Even Lisa saw once me cooking, she says, "How the heck you gain weight?" I said, "Medication." So
Medication. Yeah.
medication.
Yes.
I was in Flectra, I think that's what it is. I think it's
Mm.
the cousin of Remicade. And
Oh,
that
okay.
thing made me gain 45 pounds in 5 weeks.
5 weeks, you guys. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
was
that's
so
crazy.
happy before that because I was very diligent and
Mm-hmm.
I lost 20 pounds and I was like,
Yes.
and then I said, let me have my go-go juice then because there's
Mm.
no point of
Right.
not drinking my favorite drink if um if I'm gaining weight like that,
Anyway,
you
I
know.
understand. All right, so let me say hi. I got Kenneth Wilkinson came in. Thank you for coming in. And then I want to just I misread Melanie J. So Melanie J said her liver is swollen. Where did I just lost it? Melanie
It's
J. Melanie
enlarged.
J. Yeah. So yeah, she said it's yeah. So and she's type 2. So yeah, pre-diabetic is what she said. Yeah. So that's crazy.
Well,
And then
all
and
I have to say to you,
yeah,
try not to cross that bridge
try
because
not to
while you're
cross
in
the
state,
bridge.
you are
Yeah.
not diabetic. So make
Yes.
the modifications you need to do before you go to the other. When you cross the line, that's when
Yes.
your life becomes complicated.
Yes. Yeah. And then she said they put her on metformin. There we go.
Me
So,
too.
and
They
then,
put me in metformin.
yes. And then Zach said metformin caused his dad to have a seizure. I'm like, oh my gosh. Good Lord. This is so bad. But, oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But
It's
you have,
crazy.
you know,
Yeah.
don't you? Okay, when somebody say, "Oh, I'm taking this," and I've been in groups on Facebook, and then
Mm-hmm.
somebody say, "Well, this is the devil. Uh, don't take this." Well,
Oh,
first of all, a lot of people don't say what they have to the doctors, because so
oh,
you need to be very transparent when you go see
yes.
the doctor, and you gotta
Right.
say, "I have this, and this, and my family has this, and that. There's
Yeah.
this history, and you need to be very sincere with your doctor, because
Mm-hmm.
then don't just take the medication. Read, like there are 5 pages or there are 10 pages that come with the medication that has a
Yes.
very small print. They give you that for you to read. And there were medication that was given to me. that when I read that and I was like, wait a minute, I take this medicine. Then I called the doctor and said, I take this medicine, and in the instructions here says that these two doesn't go together. And the
Yes.
medicine says, I totally missed that.
Yeah.
So when it's about health, you have to be your own advocate. You need
Yes.
to take care of yourself first,
Hmm.
because as is, doctors now are overwhelmed. They are being purchased. The clinics are being purchased by big corporations,
Mm.
and a doctor, like several years ago, let's say 10 years ago, used to be able to spend half an hour with you for a quick visit and
Yes.
45 minutes to a long visit. And now, and I say that same doctor used to spend like the day with 40 patients, and now they go from 80 to 100. So I'm not
Yes.
sure if people know this is a bit more fast food kind of like in the care. And I think
Yes.
it's not done on purpose, but you have to be your own advocate.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll echo that for sure. So, and the tragic thing is, like, the insurance companies sort of force the physicians, because the reimbursement's really low. So I don't know if you guys know that, but they get paid probably $10 out of every hundred that they charge. Half the time. And so it's really, and I'm
Yeah.
estimating that, but um, I worked in a doctor's office for a minute, for a couple of years, and for a year, and they used to, they would charge for a visit. They would charge 100, but they would pay them 10. And I'm saying,
Yeah.
for all that work and stuff that doctors do, like $10 is kind of tragic, because they're worth way more than $10. Okay, in my opinion. But
Okay.
yes, let me see. So, oh, Angela
I'm in a
Precious World is
hospital in
here.
case five.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, so
want
you
to
have to
let you know
run.
I'm in the waiting room.
Oh,
No, I'm
okay.
in the waiting room, so my internet is going like,
Yeah, same here. I know, I understand that. And we have Roberta. It's not magic is here. Thanks for coming. Yes. So that's the whole thing, you guys. And a lot of this, they say, I don't know what the statistic, I can't quote the exact one, but they said that the majority of illnesses that a lot of people in the United States are getting is from food. It's
yeah,
food based, which is very, very interesting. And we used to get good food here, but I don't think we do. Not, I mean, I'm convinced that you really have to work hard to get good food,
I
or
do
grow
agree
your
with
own.
you
And yeah, so that's the evil
because
plan, is just to let everybody know. Yeah, yeah,
let's say the other big country, Russia. Let's say Russia. Russia, in Russia,
yep,
there is no GMO. There's no
right,
GMO. And our
right.
food is GMO all the way. And I think the name of the company that takes care of the seeds is Monsanto's or what something like that.
Yeah,
You
Monsanto.
buy the seeds from them. So that's what I understood, but I could be wrong.
No,
And
no,
by the
you're
way,
you're
I'm in
cor-
the
you're
hospital
absolutely
because
correct.
I messed up my knee, just in
No,
case you guys wonder.
yeah, no, 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 you're correct. And if you look on YouTube, there are many documentaries on Monsanto. Check it out. They're the ones that do Roundup. I think
Yes,
Roundup is their product, and that product has been linked to a lot of interesting illnesses. And so, do your research and check them out. And they apparently, like, we're poisoning ourselves, and that's the other thing too. We're poisoning our own water. We're poisoning the soil, using all these chemicals and things like that. So, and it all rolls. Like you say, stuff rolls downhill. It really does. So, like,
but
like.
also,
Hmm.
Kelly, I think the biggest problem, because I'm not from here, so I see it differently. And
Hmm.
until this corporation, KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever, got to Brazil, everybody was super slim. And then now everybody is extremely obese. Like,
Ah,
the French fries and the hamburger of McDonald's can be 30 years and it's still intact. It's not going to go bad. It's not going to
yeah,
spoil.
that's
So,
correct. Yep.
and, it goes by the color of the logo. When I was in interior design, a lot of people don't know that. When I
Yeah.
was in college, when I was in college psychology, they
Yes.
said, if you ever design for a restaurant, red and yellow, it will trigger hunger instantly. So
McDonald's,
I always make McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. There is always a red or a
the
yellow.
red,
I guess
but
the
McDonald's, yeah,
restaurant that
is red
didn't
and
have
yellow.
red and yellow was Whataburger
Mm,
in Texas is orange. What I thought
is
was weird.
orange. The combination of
Yeah,
red and
it's orange.
yellow.
Yeah, there.
Okay, so
But
every so Jane, tell everybody where you're from, just so they understand. Because I don't know if everybody
I'm
knows.
native-ish. I'm native-ish of Colorado. No, just kidding. I love Colorado. I was talking to somebody
Oh,
in
Bojangles.
Colorado that I was found myself. So I say I'm native-ish of Colorado. But originally I was born in Brazil.
Yeah. So she sees things from a completely different version. Yeah, view. Let me just see. Somebody said one thing. Oh, okay. So Melanie J was asking in terms of sugar, taking care of or minimizing sugar, is Atkins or Mediterranean better? Probably.
I'm doing anti-inflammatory diet that is very close to um, Mediterranean
Okay.
because my inflammatory markers are very high. That's
Yeah.
why I messed up my knee. So what happened is, if you're pre-diabetic and you want to get out of that stage and not get to the diabetic at all, so you're
Right.
just gonna have to you have to eliminate the carbs and you have to and unfortunately say goodbye to sugar because sugar does the same thing in your brain that cocaine does. Like
Yes.
if you had cocaine or if you had some sugar,
Yep.
your brain gonna work the same. Wee.
Yes. Yeah. So and then Roberta's saying it's not magic. Melanie, check out a program called The Metabolic Fact. It's not Atkins or keto, but very good. Yeah, so I know like
I think
Drew,
that's the one that my friend did. I
is that
think
the one
that's
your
the one
friend
my
did?
friend did.
Yeah, and
I
I
think
think my
so.
friend Drew did. He called it a modified Atkins diet. I think he gave himself 20 grams of sugar a day, is what it was. And an Atkins, I think, is like 10. It's real low. Like it's very, very low. Yeah. And so
And
he said
when
he
you
did
think
20 or
about it,
15. Yeah, he did 20 or 15.
but
Yeah. And
that
he's,
sugar,
yeah, it's hard. It's really, really hard because the
but
thing
that
is,
sugar,
yes. And the thing is, anything with flour
that sugar
breaks that
is. I'm so
breaks
sorry,
down
so
into
sorry,
sugar in your
because
body,
it's breaking up here.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yep.
that sugar, you say you use X amount of milligrams, you gotta
Yep.
think about not something like a nice sweet Coke
Nope.
or um, uh, Snickers bar. You gotta think that a carrot has sugar,
Yes.
fruit has sugar,
Yep.
um, ketchup has sugar. Whatever you want, put it on your feed. Mine had some spices have sugar. So if you eliminate the candy and the
Like the soda.
beverages with
Yeah.
drink, and yeah, so
Juices.
you're gonna have 20. The how many milligrams? 20 milligrams of
Yeah, he
sugar,
was he
but
said he
in
does 20. He does
the
20. Yeah.
yeah. So but I think um I'm not sure if you've been to Overeaters Anonymous.
Yes. Oh,
First
hey
of all,
Spring.
freaked me out.
Yeah.
It freaked me out because you get there to the meeting and they say, for instance, "Hi, I'm Jane. I'm an overeater," and then everybody in the room go, "Hi, Jane."
Oh
So I was
Lord.
very in the country. I feel like a cult. I said, "Am I in a cult?"
It's very
But
weird. Yes.
I had a friend that lost 85 pounds, but then her relationship with food was different from mine.
Yes.
I eat because I'm hungry. I don't eat because I'm bored.
Right. Right.
You know,
I understand
and
that.
I eat lean. I don't eat other things.
Yeah.
I'm just not mobile. So for
Yes.
her, no, she was an overeater. So
Yeah.
they are kind of like AA, but
Yeah.
with food.
With food. No, I like that. Well, actually, we could all do this with yarn. But anyway, I don't want to be try. I don't want to be like goofy. But all yarn addicts. But no, no. But seriously, like when you think
Change one
about it,
addiction to another.
right? I mean, because there are people I know. When I was in college, I was living with these girls, and I would eat like a balanced meal. I would always have a meat, a starch, so a fruit, maybe some milk to drink, whatever. And they would just eat like garbage. Like they would just eat like bags of chips and popcorn. And they were like, "Why are you cooking?" And I'm like, "Because I'm trying to get a balanced meal so, my body will continue to whatever." But
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. But anyway,
But
those and
exercise
exercise.
is very important. And
Yeah.
you would be shocked that, okay, when I start exercising again, I had, here goes the violin. I had a car accident and I got paralyzed for 9 months. So
Wow.
when I started walking again, I there was in Colorado, there is in Colorado Springs, there is a park and there is a lake. And
Yes.
my dream was to walk around the lake, and I think the whole lake was 6 miles, or I have no idea. But
Right.
then I focused, I'm gonna walk a mile because they have little markers. And
Oh.
then I walked a mile and I was okay. And then
Yeah.
when I was walking around the lake many times.
Mhm.
So it starts small with confidence,
Yes.
eat well. That the truth is, um, and here goes me from the side of me from the outside of the box. Americans will drive across the street
They
instead
will.
of just walk across.
Yes.
We
It's not
always
good.
laughed at that. If we feel like if we knew exactly where the person was from something. First, Americans would drive
Yes.
across the street and wear socks with tennis shoes,
Yes.
and not use cutlery, yeah, like silverware. They would eat
Yes.
the pizza, holding the pizza, and was like, "Is that American?"
Yeah. Yeah,
While French or
it's
Brazilian,
crazy. Yeah.
yeah. So and I guess too. Right now, people are more obese because people are very lonely.
Yeah.
And
I think
food don't judge you.
yeah.
Food accepts you as you are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's
I
that
mean,
comfort of food and connection with friendship, with
friendship.
family.
Yeah. I mean, and the other thing was the pandemic, people stopped moving, remember? People weren't moving much, right? And I think people are coming out of that. I mean, I don't think we're out of
And the
there yet.
bread and the sour bread thing. Everybody was
This
baking bread.
people were baking bread, remember that? I'm surprised
Everybody
we're
became
all
a
like
cook.
not 400 pounds. Yeah. Yes. So, so that's really it, you guys. So like I said, I have all these links in the description. I just whenever you get a chance, take a look at some of this stuff. And there's some good stuff on Instagram. I mean, there are a couple of doctors that I can't type in the chat right now because my phone and everything's going cuckoo for cocoa puffs.
Uh,
But
can I tell you one more thing?
oh, sure,
For people that for people that is in a low budget,
yes,
there is a organization called TOPS, capital T dot capital O dot TOPS, okay, like
okay,
your top, but it's
yes,
abbreviation. They work on donation. If you can donate, you just go, and it's kind of similar to Weight Watchers, mixed
okay,
with Overeaters Anonymous. They have
mm-hmm,
little things, what do you call pamphlets. It's very down to earth, but,
yes,
because some people, I'm sorry, not somebody, think the
yep,
mention speak name. Some people need the not partner, what is it called, like when you work out you have buddy,
like
like
a
the
buddy,
workout
yeah,
buddy,
a
the
partner's
diet
good,
buddy.
mm-hmm,
So they wanted that, and sometimes when you go to a meeting, you, like, for instance, if you go to Weight Watchers, so there is that line to weigh, there's
mm-hmm,
like somebody staring at the scale. So you say, no, I cannot look bad this week, I'm gonna
yes,
behave. And even if you fall off the horse, you get back on the horse, because
mm-hmm,
then even if you lose now, it's
yeah,
and I tell people also, don't focus so much on the number, but look how your clothes feel,
mm-hmm,
how your health, like you start moving better, your clothes looks a little bit loose. Sometimes when you eat well and you move,
yep,
you gain a little bit more muscle, so it might, like, not
mm-hmm,
forever, unless you're like, let's say if you need to lose 100 pounds. So
yep,
when you're 95, you're gonna plateau. Everybody thinks you plateau at 12. No, you
mm-hmm,
plateau when you're very close to your goal.
yes,
And One thing that I learned, and I think from Weight Watchers, if you gotta lose 100, I'm gonna use 100 because
Mm-hmm.
I have the metric system in me. If you gotta lose 100 pounds, don't focus on the whole 100. Take a 5%. I'm gonna lose 5 pounds. Then you're
Wow.
gonna lose 5 pounds more. So, because it's easier to lose 5 pounds than 100. So when you get to that 5 pounds, you reward yourself not with food. Like, don't go get a blizzard. Um,
Yes.
but you can buy yourself a new yarn. You can buy a
Mm-hmm.
trinket. You can put a little
Right.
star. And you know, weight loss is not
Yes.
like weight loss is like a zigzag. It's very slow and it goes up
Yes.
and down and down.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to fall off the horse and it's okay to go a party and eat a lot of cake or a lot of whatever.
Yeah.
But the next day, get back on the horse. If your horse is not
Okay.
working, change the horse.
All right.
Get a new horse. You know. So
Get a new horse. I
that's
like
what I
it.
think. But
Well, you've been through a little bit of that, so you have more experience. Like I've been fortunate that I haven't had like a massive weight gain or a massive weight loss. I've always been kind of slow, here and there. But I have, I've sort of maintained my appetite. Like in other words, I have a smaller appetite. People say I have a small appetite, and I say thank God because I'm only 5 feet tall. So there's not a whole lot where this can go. You know what I mean? So I have to really behave myself. But
but
that's really
if you
cool.
eat the way you cook in your videos, you have fiber.
Yeah.
Fiber will slow down your digestion, so you're gonna feel fuller.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't like fiber or greens. Like
Yes.
yeah, spinach, yeah, salad, yeah, and you know, yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Ooh.
just yeah.
Yes.
You
But
know, I love
that's
salad. I love
important.
salad. I can eat salad
Yes.
every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I used to eat salad for breakfast until my husband made me feel like I was a
Oh,
weirdo. I
yes.
love
Fun
salad. You know,
size.
just the stuff inside, like
Yes. That's she called me fun size. Sorry, I have to laugh.
I'm
So
the
so
party size because I am so she's the like the little bite size, and because I'm 5'2", I'm just the little
yeah.
bit bigger. You
Yeah.
know,
So is it busy there, if you don't mind me asking? How is the
I'll
emergency
just
room?
show
Oh wow. Oh wow. It's pretty empty.
I'm the next person.
You're
It's
next.
because
Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna be calling you.
when I
Yeah, that's
walked
good.
in, everybody was already assigned to a room. So
Oh,
now I'm
okay.
waiting for all these people to get out of the room.
Yes. Okay, good.
I- They said 45 minutes. I said, I'll go help Kelly.
Oh, I appreciate that. But that was really good information. And like I said, you guys, don't just keep an eye out for that chicken at the yeah, that chicken's very interesting though. Very interesting.
Yeah, and it's very sad because chicken is it for me. I love
Yes.
chicken. I can eat
Yes.
chicken every day. I can saute. I can uh, grill. I can microwave. I can cook. I can even my favorite fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Was my first love in the United States. As soon
Oh,
as
I
I
believe that.
got out of the airplane, my husband's grandfather said, "You want a KFC?" KFC. I said, "I have no idea what is KFC." And then he come with that big bucket of chicken. I said,
Yeah,
"That's so
wow.
weird." You know, like it was so alien. And but when I first bite, he had
Mm.
me at the first bite,
Oh yeah.
a
Yeah.
drumstick. Delicious.
They are
But
good. But
yeah, you just gotta see
yeah.
what is your weakness. For me, it's
Mm-hmm.
fried food.
Fried food.
I love fried food. If you
Mm.
put a pie and a bucket of fried something, I can care less about the sweet. I go
Oh
straight
wow.
to the fried. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty funny. So yeah, so there's that. So the chicken. So we'll keep an eye out for that. What was the
Yeah.
other thing? This guy was talking about. Ooh, I think he did bring up that thing about the chicken. Yeah, he did bring that up on his channel on Instagram. Yeah. So, and then there were a couple other things that he talked about. Well, he was saying that there were a lot of flavor enhancers and things like that in fast food. That's why it's so addictive. And
Yes.
I was kind of going, oh,
In
interesting.
my country, it's called the flavor enhancer Ajinomoto. We say in Japanese, but here you guys call MSG.
Yes,
Tastes so
MSG.
good. Make
Yes.
it like, I
Yep.
think it's my turn. So I
Yeah.
have to go.
Okay. Well, thanks for
So
coming, Jane.
sorry that I talk a lot.
All right. Well, good luck. Good luck with
Okay,
everything
bye.
over there. I appreciate you. See
No
ya.
problem.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Yes.
How do I get out of here?
There we go. You got it. All right. Well, see, so Jane's been through it. Yeah, she's had some health issues, and and the thing is, she's been trying to keep herself, off of the try to pass over, into that pre-diabetic, trying to avoid going into the diabetes, and it's really hard because the one thing, and I have a link in the description. I want everybody, whenever you get a chance, there are two links. One link talks about high fructose corn syrup, and high fructose corn syrup is in a lot of foods that are produced in the United States. A lot of them are let's see, salad dressings. They put it in sodas. They put it in jellies, jams, things like that. But the thing that's really, really interesting is they've gotten sneaky because people are very, very hesitant about eating foods with that in there. And what they're doing is they're changing the name of it. And today I was in a store. Oh, hey, Lydia. I was in a store, and they had preserves. So it was like raspberry preserves and strawberry preserves. And there's this thing, it's called, they called it, I think it's glucose fructose, kind of a hyphen, or glucose sucrose. And basically it's MSG. So there's a link in the description that talks about these alternate names, not MSG, high fructose corn syrup. So glucose sucrose, some kind of crazy name like that. But if you look in there in that list, I put those in there so you can take a look at them. And so the thing that I would always say to everybody is read the labels. Try to cook from fresh as much as you can, and then try to minimize the amount of that white flour, because white flour breaks down in your body into sugar. And so it's stuff that you wouldn't expect, like even crackers and cookies. Obviously cookies you expect, but crackers and things like that, and bread, break down into your body into glucose. So it's all kind of added into this daily allowance of sugar that comes into your body. But if you avoid the sodas, like she said, like Jane was saying, avoid those sodas and pop and juice drinks, and a lot of those juice drinks and those energy drinks that they have a lot of those artificial sweeteners in there, and apparently those aren't good that great for you either. So really, when it comes down to it, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to drink water, whenever you can. Yep. And maybe throw some lemon or lime juice in there to keep it from, yeah. There you go. That's correct. Here we go. That's what Roberta's saying. Sugar in any form is the devil. It's crazy. So, so like I said, um, now of course my computer crashed. But the one thing I wanted to tell you, so Morgan Spurlock did that. Just kind of bringing everything back to what really started me today was that, yeah, he passed away yesterday, and he did the Super Size Me documentary, and the second one he did was Super Size Me 2, and it was called Holy Chicken. And I know for a fact that I know Super Size Me is on YouTube, and if you've never seen it, I would say check it out. And it's interesting just to see the progression of his weight gain and things like that, that happened to him during the 30 days of eating McDonald's. And then if you look at the Super Size Me 2, they talk more about chicken. And so chicken is one of those meats that a lot of people are eating a lot more of in the US, especially. And let's see. Oh yeah, he did that one. Yes, he did. He did do conspiracy also. Yep. He did. Yeah. So like I said, he kind of started me on my journey. He sort of enhanced my journey into eating better and making better choices for food. Yeah. And so, and these are kind of some of the things that I talk about, every week. When I come on here, I'm like, we're talking about sugar, we're talking about choosing local meats versus those trucked in meats. And if you go to those butchers and those local farmers, that meat is going to be usually unadulterated. There's no antibiotics and things like that in the meat. You know, and you're going to get it's going to be fresher because it's not going to be trucked in from across the nation. So there's a lot of things like that I've sort of been talking about. And then for me personally is trying to avoid the fast food, because the fast food is so easy. It really is. And that's the plus. If you look at the advantage and the disadvantages, it's so easy to get, it's reasonably cheap, and but it's not healthy. And that's tragic. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to do as much cooking at home as you can. And that's kind of the final message. So, but the other thing is, his second documentary is on Pluto, Freevee, and I think Peacock. If you want to check that one out. The one about the chicken's kind of interesting because chicken, the way that chicken is farmed in the United States right now is not the best. And if you look at that documentary, they talk about all those things. And he basically tries to open a chicken restaurant. And he tries to get unmodified chicken, without the antibiotics and growth hormones and things like that. And it was very, very, he found it very, very difficult to actually start a restaurant and get supplies from the big companies that supply chicken. So it's very, very interesting. And so, like I said, if you love yourself, try to make sure that you eat the best that you can. And that's the message that I've been kind of doing this for about a year and a half now. So there it is. Yes. Oh, and Roberta, that's good. She hasn't eaten fast food since 2011. Good for you. You're doing great. Yeah, that's awesome. So there we go. She is the yeah, you're the example for the fast food. Yes. Because like I said, we stopped eating McDonald's. We gave that up. Even Wendy's, like we just don't eat that. And we've done pretty well. My husband, he tends to gain weight and lose weight more than I do. He's just kind of up and down, up and down, up and down. But I noticed that when he stopped eating all that food, he has maintained, his girlish figure. So good for him. I know, right? Yeah. So, and then I know like Simone Watchman has been working out. So that's the whole thing. It's sort of a package. Avoid that fast food, cook your own food, move a little bit more, you got to exercise. I mean, that's the last little, piece of this puzzle, because the people in the United States really don't do a whole lot of walking, and that's the hard part. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, wow. You liked Arby's. That's crazy. Yeah. Arby's is, ooh, yeah. What do you think of, I don't know. I haven't looked at their nutrition. Let's see. Oh, until you got hold of their, oh, okay. They'll tell us just a little bit more. Yes. Now I know the one meal that I did used to sort of like from fast food was the veggie burger, at Burger King. But I heard that they don't do that anymore. But that one was interesting because it was very, very low calorie, and it was soy. Now soy isn't for everybody, and you can look that up. You can see what soy can do to you, but some people can eat it. Apparently, the soy in the United States is a little bit GMO also. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like we can't win. But let's see. Yeah, but that particular thing was interesting because it was 230 calories. I remember this, give or take. And it was a burger on a bun. It had lettuce and tomato, a little bit of ketchup on there. And then they threw mayonnaise on it. That's what killed it. And the mayonnaise brought that up to like 700 calories. So it went from like 230 to 700 calories just from putting mayonnaise on it. And that I thought was actually pretty tasty for not being meat. But yeah, that one is really crazy. So you really have to look, if you look at some of the nutritional in these fast food restaurants, it is scary. And and let me just tell you one thing, and this is the thing that cracked me up about Morgan Spurlock. He had when he did supersize me, he would only supersize the meal when the person behind the counter asked him. But in the first 5 minutes of the video, or 10 minutes or so, he orders, yes. Oh, and the secret sauce has sugar. Everything has sugar. I know, it's so tragic. Let me see. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, everything has sugar in it. Yeah, but he started. So the drink. This was the mind blowing thing of this whole documentary, was that the supersized drink was 64 ounces, which is a 2 liter bottle of soda. And he couldn't drink it. And that's what I remember most about that documentary. At the very beginning, he tried to drink a 64-ounce soda in addition to the meal that he was eating, and he couldn't do it. And I said, I know my stomach is pretty small. I can't drink a 64-ounce soda. Yes. Yes. Oh, you're doing great. Oh, man. Girl dad. Okay. Cooking up deliciousness. So it's been 2016. Wow. Good for you. All right. So you and Roberta win. Yes, you win. Oh, my gosh. That is crazy. That's really good, though. Awesome. Let me see something here. Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. Trying to do this. Let me close that. That is hilarious. All right, yeah, it's not working there. But anyway, that's, yeah, good for you, girl dad. I know. And girl dad, if you check out, actually, if you want to drop your link, girl dad, type Kelly, Kelli, in the link in the chat. People can connect with you, and he does some pretty healthy cooking too. So it's pretty amazing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm always watching people when they cook, and to see what people are getting into. You know what I mean? Because yeah, there you go. Yes. And this is true. Once you start reading labels, you think I'd never eat after that. LOL. Well, but see, the thing is, you have to eat, and that's what Jane was saying. Yeah, you can't go without eating, and that's the tragic thing of this whole thing. You have to eat, but you just have to make better choices. Yeah, and so that's the deal there. Yeah, you gotta make good choices, and that's all I'm trying to say to people is try to make better choices because you want to be there for your family. At least I do. I don't know about you guys, but I want to be there for my kids, and grandkids whenever they come. So that's it. Yes, but really read the labels. It's really interesting. You know, I mean, I'll show you. This is what my husband and I consider fast food, and we now of course we ate it. It's already gone, but we do these homemade pasta, and this was like a tortellini, and that's what we consider fast food. So it's more like a we just eat this homemade homemade pasta, which I can't make. But at some point maybe I'll try it. But we had pasta today, and that's our fast food. And we put a little extra virgin olive oil on there, so there it is. Got the extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of garlic on there, and we were good. You know, and that to me is a better choice in fast food. If you need something fast, you could always do a pasta. Now, of course, if you have, diabetes or some kind of things like that, then you can't always have that. But it's just an idea. You know what I mean? And to me, that's fast food. You can add some chicken to that, some protein or whatever, and you're good. Yes. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. So there's girl dads link there. Yes. And then, oh, and that's what the metabolic factor program teaches. Read the labels. Yeah, it's really important. I'm trying to think if I. Oh, so this was going to tell you. So when I saw this jam, yeah, the jam had high fructose corn syrup in it. It had sugar, but then it had this combination. It was some kind of like they call it. Sometimes they'll call it sugar alcohol something. I don't know. It's like weird. Like they have so many weird names for high fructose corn syrup. So you got to just take a look at that list, and I put that in the description because it's called like alternate names for high fructose corn syrup. And the reason that high fructose corn syrup is kind of dangerous is that it's metabolized in the liver. This is getting back to this liver, and the liver's like, what the heck? It has such a high It has about, they said about 70 to 80% fructose, when normally I think regular white table sugar is like 50-50. It's glucose sucrose, or fructose sucrose. That's what it is. But this high fructose corn syrup is like 80% fructose, which apparently your liver doesn't like. So that's the reason that you really want to avoid it, because you don't want to get that fatty liver. And if you see, like, people who have the fatty livers have kind of the belly. So you got to look out for that. And and there's ways to sort of, there's things that you can eat, and if you look that up, there's things that you can eat to sort of minimize that fatty liver. But it takes time. Luckily, yes, sugar alcohols will mess up your digestive system. Yes. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, and like I said, not to scare you, but you really need to read those labels and find out what the heck is in your food. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's April Showers. Hello. So thank you. So I'm still here, but thank you so much for coming in. Yeah. Good to see you. Yeah. Let me see. I'll put April. Let me see if I can do this. I think this is yours. April Showers. Hopefully that's it. Let's see if that works. Yes, high fructose corn syrup is in so much. Yeah. There you go, Maura. Yep. There you go. Yep. So there's April Showers link. Yep. Yeah, and April Showers does a lot of news reporting. So when things happen, she's talking about it, which is pretty cool. Yep. So there it is. But that's it. So any other comments? Oh, we got Christine. Hello. Good to see you. Hey, Kelly. Hey. Hold on, let me put you on the screen. Good to see you. But that's our food discussion for today. So like I said, so rest in peace, Morgan Spurlock. Check out those documentaries. I know YouTube has Super Size Me. I don't know if they have the second one, but I know that Freevee, Pluto, and Peacock have it's called Holy Chicken. It's Super Size Me 2 Holy Chicken. And if you guys like chicken, make sure you check out that second one. The first one's interesting, but the second one is really interesting because chicken is not produced well, in my opinion, in this country. And yeah, so there it is. I said it. April's laughing at me. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes. But there it is. Yeah. So that's it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for humoring me in my crazy fight for justice in food. And like I said, grow your own if you can. Even if you have a yeah, I said it. Hashtag yeah, I said it. Yes. I'm gonna have to put that in there. I'll have to put that in the description. That's pretty funny. I like that, Roberta. Yeah, I said it. So, like I said, you guys take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Spend time with your family, and really eat well. And like I said, I'm gonna have to. I want to figure out a way to get out some of this information from this doctor. But like I said, I'll have to go and find him on Instagram. But this guy is amazing. Like, he's talking about food and some of the food, and it's ironic that we're all talking about the same thing, even though we're all we're independent of each other. We're all talking about the same thing, so it's very interesting. And oh, thanks for cheering you up. Well, I think you're on the right path. I think that's awesome. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are asleep. You know what I mean? Like they always say, "You're woke." Are you are you woke? This is really crucial. This is stuff you're putting in your body, and a lot of illnesses are from dietary situations. So you really have to do well by your diet, and I'm sticking to it. Yes, yes. All right. Well, like I said, you guys, thank you so much. Have a good weekend. And yeah, we can both make homemade mayo. Yes, we can. That was good. And that was easy. So this is another thing. Yeah, homemade mayo was easy and it was delicious. Way better than that stuff in the jar. and I liked it. And I need to make more. So, but enjoy those cookouts. Just try to eat that fresh food. And there's VJ. Have a good weekend. Have a blessed weekend. Whoops. Thank you so much, VJ. Yep. And this all and then just add garlic. Sorry. This is our inside joke. I love it. I love it. Yep, you got to have mayo and then add garlic. Yes, so VJ saying have a blessed weekend. So anyway, thank you so much, Katrina, for the super chat. And thanks, Maura, for hanging in there and being a member for 11 long months. That's awesome. Yes. And, but anyway, check each other out and have a good weekend. And we'll see you soon. And it's I bring it every day. Some days. And I'm going to play out my buddy Drizzle Stank, wherever you are, who did my theme song. He's awesome. But there it is. All right. But thank you. And thank you so much. But we'll see you guys soon. Yes. There we go. Yeah. There you go. Hold on. When does she bring it? Every day. Every day. How often does she bring it? Oops. Every day. Every day. Knitting, crafting, singing, even crochet. Every day. When does she bring it? Every day. I bring it every day. 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 When does she bring it? Every day. How often does she bring it? Every day. Knitting, crafting, singing. Every day. When does she bring it? Every day. All right. So thank you again and bye-bye.